YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, you know what it is, man. Today we are getting into another reaction video, man. I really love doing these. And today we got a video here from the homie Haritos Nevel. I don't really need to explain who Haritos Nevel is, but if you guys don't know, for some reason, make sure you guys check the description, man. I will have his link in the description to this video and to his channel. I don't even know, he's in the millions of subscribers, so I don't really know where he's at with that. But today he's got a video called "The Sneaker Market is Crashing Again by Now." Now, whenever anybody says something like that, I feel like I gotta give them a listen. I gotta try to understand what the opinion is and try to understand what the reasoning is behind that. So we're gonna be diving into this one today, man. So make sure you guys buckle up. Make sure you guys hit that sub button if you guys are new to the channel. It really means a lot to the channel when you guys hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. So join us on the journey to 6K and beyond, man. So I can't wait to have you guys a part of the channel. And of course, if you guys are already subscribed, thank you guys so much for all your support on this channel over here, man. But let's go ahead and jump into the video. Let's see what he's saying. So the video is called "The Sneaker Market is Crashing Again by Now." Let's go ahead and hop into it.
Let's talk about the current status of the sneaker market. We have tons of new releases that are going for under retail. You have the Travis Scott Olive Jordan 1 lows going for 5 times retail. So what's the deal with the market? Well,
how do you guys just that basic point? How do you guys feel about that? That there are shoes that we spend money on that are going below retail, and then there are shoes that are 5 times retail. And I know that that's 5 times retail doesn't really seem like, I should say it does seem like it's a lot, but there's shoes that are even more than that times retail. How do you guys feel about the way that shoes multiply in value? I think it's very interesting. And I try to understand some shoes, why they're more expensive than others. But let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about that. There's shoes under retail right now, like way under retail. And then there's shoes that are so far past retail that it doesn't even make sense. So let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below.
about 6, I don't know how many months ago, we predicted that the sneaker market was going to come crashing down, and I think it's safe to say that it has come down since that moment. If you look at 6 to 12 months ago, when sneaker releases were happening, anything from dunks, from mids, to SBs, to anything that came out was selling out, and people reselling them, making, even if it's $50 or $100 off of each pair, so every single release sold out. Now, if we come to current day, this is a brand new Jordan 1 high that just came out for $180 retail, is selling for $135 on the resale market. Now, yes,
I want to hear that again. I'm sorry, chat. I want to hear that one more time. I got to hear that one more time. They did a video previously, so I want to hear what he's talking about here.
from dunks, from mids, to SBs, to anything that came out was selling out, and people are reselling them, making, even if it's $50 or $100 off of each pair, so every single release sold out.
Exactly.
Now, if we come to current day, this is a brand new Jordan 1 high that just came out for $180 retail, is selling for $135 on the resale market. Now, yes, a lot of people think this is ugly, and yes, they released a ton of different pairs, but it's still showing a lot of stuff sitting. And a Jordan 1 high, this a year ago, this would be reselling for double, triple the price, even if you guys think it's ugly. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Poison. Poison is an online lifestyle community that is one of the first to develop the verify before delivery shopping mode, guaranteeing the authenticity of products. They do this with their 8-step verification feature, along with their 10+ quality.
It's promo, chat. It's promo.
Checkpoint to ensure every single product meets Poison standard. Now, I shopped on the platform. I got 2 products. Let me show you those. And that is the Dunk Low Graffiti right there. Check those out. As well as the New Balance 550. Dunk Lows are some of the easiest shoes to wear right now, and this is a really good and unique colorway, as well as this is the New Balance 550, which are super simple and clean. The gray and white colorway, you cannot go wrong. Very easy to make an outfit with. Poison has competitive pricing on their hand-picked and authenticated products, so you can get the best deal. You may have heard of Poison prior because they, so make sure to go for sponsoring this video. I want to give another example of where the market has gone and how it's gone down. Now, if we remember, one of the most popular shoes of all time in the past 5 years is going to be the Panda Nike
Absolutely.
Dunk. Now, this shoe was called the Unbreakable by everybody. At one point, sneaker stores were selling them for $400 a pop. Yes.
I just walked into a sneaker store. And they were charging $345 for a size 10.5 Panda. Now, y'all know how I feel about pandas. I'm just like, yo, rock your pandas, wear your pandas, buy your pandas. I don't really care. But 345 is insane, bro. People are still spending three times retail for pandas. Impossible.
$400 a pop. Now, if we come to current day, if you look at all the graphs, the data on different apps like StockX and whatnot, this shoe right now is selling for about $130. Now,
Yeah.
$20 over retail, but I think it's officially safe to say that this is a brick now because there's proof in the pudding. Nick and I went from the video yesterday where we went and bought shoes from the mall to see what we can find for retail. We both found pairs of Nike Dunk Pandas for retail at different malls at different times of the day that are sitting in bigger sizes, not in like a size 8, 8.5. This one's an 8.5, and mine was a 10.5. So that shoe has now become available. Is that a bad thing? No. Is it a bad thing that shoes are under retail? No. Let's talk about it more. Let's talk about the pricing trends of some of the new hot releases, and then also the pricing trends of the older shoes that are continuing to go down now. But when we talk about new stuff, there's not a lot that resells, but there are particular shoes that are, and they're reselling really, really well. Now, how I go ahead and gauge this in my mind is the availability at resale stores when we go and we shop there. For example, this Jordan 4 Nike SB. These have not been available at sneaker stores here in Atlanta since they came out.
I don't think I've seen those in a resale store either. And a lot of people, I don't really feel like they're selling their pairs of SBs though, their SB4s. I feel like most people that cop the SB4 are wearing them. Like my brother has a pair, he's wearing them. He's not thinking about reselling them. That's good though. I've never thought about it like that. Like if it's not in a resale store, but I definitely know in particular for this pair, people want to wear these. Like I think some pairs drop that people don't have an attachment to. Like for like even for the olives, right? Like I feel like for the olives, I think people like the Travis olives, but they don't have an attachment to it because they've seen it so many times, right? It's almost watered down where it's like I can buy it and sell it and make $1,400 or $1,200 on it. And I think that has something to do with it as well. Like this SB4, you might make $400, $300-$400 that you pay $200 for it, so you'd be profiting $200 and something dollars or something like that if you sold the SB4. But if you sold the Travis, you only spent $150 for it. $150, and then you're selling it for $1,200. That profit is almost too good to pass up. So I think he's going on a good ride here, man. I want to hear what he's got to say.
Usually a pair that comes out, for example, the Jordan 4 Thunder, those came out and they have multiple sizes at stores right now. This specific SB Jordan 4, these have not been at stores, and when I talk to stores about them, they say we have to keep increasing the pricing because we can't keep them in stock. So that's making them put them at, I don't even know what they're at now, because they were selling them at $500 a pop literally a month and a half ago. So retail on these was a little bit higher, $225. But if you look at the pricing on the bigger sizes of these are now, in this size right here, are going for about $530. Now, that is on StockX, which is basically the lowest price that you're gonna find for resale because one, people don't necessarily trust StockX much anymore. Two, you have all the fees added on top. So I think a real representation of the market is what the sneaker stores are selling for and what GOAT is selling for. But if we're comparing,
So in reference to that Thunder 4 statement where he said that people had like multiple pairs of Thunder 4s, I really believe that people really, that maybe resellers or people who they had a lot of hope in that shoe is what I'm trying to say. I think they had a lot of hope that it would be one of those ones that they could flip maybe down the line. Maybe these are like, they maybe view those as more of a long-term hold because I think everyone's looking at the Red Thunders as a reference for those, which is why there's pairs sitting in there because nobody really cares about them now. But maybe in a year or two, which is crazy to say people thinking a year or two down the line, but a year or two down the line, maybe people are going to go back and want those pairs. Now, I do respect what he's saying about StockX, GOAT pricing, resale store pricing. Nobody really trusts StockX. So like he said, you're going to see those prices probably be a little bit lower. I always look at GOAT. I don't think we typically use StockX as the industry standard because I think it's just been there for so long. Like you have to ask your question. Chat, ask right now, why do you use StockX? Why do you use StockX for pricing? Why do I use StockX for pricing? They sell fakes, or at least they've been known to sell fakes. But we still continue to use their pricing as the industry standard. We haven't moved to another system. Now, I do know that Wanted app has a pretty good system where you can look at all of the different prices across the market, but I think most people use StockX as the industry standard, and I don't really know why. Let me know in the comment section below why you guys think that is.
Everybody looks at StockX. That's what the numbers are at. This easily could be sold at a sneaker store for $600 to $650. Now, that price is increasing. When these came out, I think I paid, what, $350 for these? Actually, I got these for retail. What am I talking about? When these came out, they were about $350 at stores, maybe $400, and then if it was stretching it, $500, but they were like, I don't want to charge that much. So that shows you this specifically is staying up. Another one, the Haritos Nike SB.
Love
now,
this shoe.
This one is one that's gonna be hard to tell because they were a limited release, apparently 30,000-ish pairs on sneakers, but them being a really cool colorway, having the cutaway materials makes them desirable, as well as everything with the Haritos collaboration along with it. So these right here are also going up in price. Retail on these is $130 now. Last sale in this size, $530. Now, that at a store would be...
That's insane, bro. I'm thinking about it right now because I know that I really love that shoe. I really like that shoe. I grew up drinking Haritos. I was talking about that shoe for quite some time because I really wanted the shoe. But I don't necessarily know if I want the shoe at $500. That plays a huge role in whether I'm gonna buy it or not. $300, you probably have a deal. But $500, $600. But like he said, I think there's a lot of different things going on with the shoe. It brought back a lot of nostalgic feelings. It has a crazy dope color with it. It has that tearaway material, cutaway material that I think is really dope. So this is one of the ones that, like he said, I do believe it's kind of tricky, man. It's kind of hard to see because there's so many good things about it and it keeps going up. I don't know. Could the Haritos end up at 1K? Could it happen? I mean, it's already at it's already at 5. This is a few months after the, not even a few months, but a few weeks after the release. Could it end up being a $1,000 shoe? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
About $600 to $650. So again, when I'm not seeing these at stores, and these are pretty recent, but when I'm not seeing these at stores, that means that the price is thriving on them. And then when you see shoes sitting at the resale stores, that means they either have a lot of inventory or they're not moving as fast. Any Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low consistently sells for insane amounts of money. Any collaboration that he does with a Jordan 1 or Jordan 1 Low or Jordan 4 is going to do well. There's some other Cactus Corporation stuff that goes for under retail, but these specifically, retail is $150. And right now in a size men's 11, which is a women's 13, 12 and a half is, geez, last sale $1,415, but lowest ask $990. What's curious to me about that is a very stark difference in price because the last sale before that was $1,000, then $998, and then if you go to the next size up, you can buy it now for $789. Last sale $687. Something weird's going on there. Some of this stuff with StockX, people purchase it and it doesn't go through and all that. This one right here, I think will not hold its value like the other Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows have in the past, because I think right now with current releases, people are not willing to spend $1,000 on shoes.
Bingo. Harrison hitting it on the Nevel. Harrison hitting it on the Nevel. Harrison hitting it on the nail, bro. I just don't think that people are willing to spend that much on shoes. I think the last shoe that might have had that effect of people wanting to spend that kind of money is maybe Orange Lobsters. And that's big sizes, maybe Orange Lobsters. But like I said, for the Travises, I really do think that this one, it's a really dope shoe. My wife has it, and I think it looks really dope on foot, honestly. But I think naturally people have been ranking this one a little bit lower. Maybe it's just because they're tired of it, but I don't understand these prices here.
Shoes like this, because prices of everything is super expensive. I think people are focusing on the cheaper, less expensive pair. As we talk about Travis Scott olives and how expensive resell and how hard they are to get, we're giving away a pair. Let's cut to that now. All right, guys, it is giveaway time. We have a big one today. We're giving away a pair of olive Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows.
Go hop in the
Incredible
giveaway,
new release. Super excited about this, and the rules are very simple. 1, subscribe to the YouTube channel, which will be a button down below. Number 2, go ahead and
Make sure you guys hit that sub button on this video as well, man. If you guys like this kind of content, you guys like reaction style videos and kind of just understanding. Look, he's at 2 million. Make sure you go get him to 2 million. Let's get him to 2 million. I'm already subbed up, man. Let's get him to 2 million. But make sure you guys sub up over here as well, man. We're on the way to 6,000 subscribers. We can't do it without you guys, man. Enter his giveaway right here.
follow me at Harrison Nevel over on Instagram. Number 3, follow at Project Blitz over on Instagram. Number 4, there'll be a picture up on the screen that's on my Instagram of me holding this sneaker right here. And you have to go over and comment on that picture and tag 2 friends on that post. We'll pick a winner in like 3 weeks from today, and you'll get your size. So glad to team up with Project Blitz for this, and make sure you guys get your pair. This has been my favorite so far this year, I think. After filming this video, me and a friend noticed something a little bit weird that's happening specifically with a shoe, the Nike SB Dunk Travis Scott. Something very weird is happening. Now, I noticed something a few weeks ago where I went on there and the sales were kind of weird, and a lot of sales were happening at once, all at this price of $871.
Yo, so you guys know, if you guys have been in my streams, I have been looking at copping Travis SBs. I've been looking at copping Travis SBs, and I had noticed the prices started to dip a little, but not a little, like from $2,400 to like $1,400 or something like that. Now, I know you guys are thinking like $1,400 is still a ton of money. Like, it is, but that's a huge drop. I wonder what he's gonna say about it. Well, we did just get that information that Travis SBs were supposed to be restocking. Like I said, when that information came out, it's news, right? So it's news, so we're gonna report on it. I'm gonna report on it. I wanna make sure that all of my people know, and I wanna make sure that if people didn't know about it, that they at least understood or knew that there's a possibility that Travis SBs are dropping. But as soon as I dropped that video, I had a friend hit me up and let me know. He said, hey, bro, I don't think this is happening. And you know who you are. He said, I don't think this is happening. This isn't happening. And to me, even in the video, when I was talking about them dropping, I was saying, I don't think I've ever seen a Travis Scott restock. So in my mind, I'm curious about it. I'm interested, obviously, because I want the pair, but I'm not super hopeful. If it happens, great. Thank you. If it happens, thank you. I'm excited about it. If it doesn't, I understand. Like, I understand. This is not one that I'm hanging my hat on. I'm like, yo, I really need this to happen. I can't wait for the date. We'll just have to see where it goes. But let's see what he's talking about.
And as you guys well know, this is Nick's favorite shoe, so he's always on the market, letting me know they were like $1,500 at one point, and now they're selling at $1,000, which is normal for the price to go down. But let's look at the sales. If we look, there's been a lot of sales today already, which is kind of odd for like a shoe that isn't super popular right now. Like, it came out a while ago, and yes, sales happen, but like this, and then
dumping pairs,
specifically, bro. Like when you're looking on here, look at this. 871, 871, 1072, 1072, 871, 871, 1072, 871, 871. All of
they were dumping pairs. See, look, bro. So, like I said, even when, so we were talking about this in the stream. We were talking about the Travis SBs in the stream, and we were trying to figure out where the information came from. Personally, I still don't know exactly where it was. Tuxedo USA, I believe it was. Tuxedo USA dropped that information that we were supposed to be getting Travis SBs. His account on Instagram has been either blocked or he removed it or whatever. It's not there anymore. So I feel like he possibly, or that person or that team possibly had information that the Travis SBs were supposed to drop, and then they started dumping pairs to get rid of them and get the best prices they could get because they thought the Travises were going to be dropping. But still, I don't really know if it's going to happen. So I feel like they were dumping pairs.
these sales are the same odd price, and they're all happening today. But this also happened a few weeks ago, because I noticed that exact same number 3 or 4 weeks ago when I was looking at the market. A lot of size 11s. Like, what is happening And are somebody dumping pairs off that are fake and trying to get them through GOAT? Is somebody like trying to just get rid of their inventory because they need the money? But it's been happening. And one of my buddies is friends with somebody who works at GOAT, and they kind of asked them about like what is happening with it. The guy from GOAT said that there's been a ton of pairs coming in and they're all been real. So I don't know what's happening, and I'm kind of confused. That's what shoes specifically, and apparently they're real, and their sales all transacting at 871. What do you guys think? When I talk about the market crashing again potentially, this lies more with releases that are coming out, continuing to come out, and how that's going to push things down. Now, how I see it is, as we've talked about it over the past few months, pairs have continued to go for under retail. Now, there are plenty of recent pairs that show evidence of this. These bagel Nike Dunks, you have the Jordan 1s that are pink, you have these elephant print, the white cement. They all have been releasing and going for under retail. Now, one of the things of that could be Jordan 1 highs are not as popular as things like Dunks. But if you look at any Dunk that comes out now, they pretty much are selling at retail. Now,
so two things with that. And I think we've talked about it before. Jordan 1 highs, I believe, is like gasping for air at this point. Jordan 1 highs, gasping for air. It's like they're on their last breath, bro. Like they're on their last breath. And I'm not talking about Chicago colorways, OGs, things of that nature, but newer colorways, different things where Nike feels like they could be like free and just try something on the shoe. Like it's not gonna sell, right? It's not gonna sell. So I think, one, Jordan 1s are done. Dunks, we've talked about this before. The rise of the SB it's the same model, just one gets better quality. That's basically what it is. I mean, not basically, that is what it is. It's the same model, yet one gets trash quality and one gets good quality. Will we waste our money on trash quality, or will we just wait and try to get the best quality? Now, the one thing about SBs is they're historically hard to get. It's insane to get because you have to rely on skate shops. You have to rely on raffles and then sneakers. So it's not like it's this, I mean, it is a worldwide release, but it really isn't a worldwide release. If you guys are friends with your skate shops, let us know in the comment section below and let me know if you guys have hit on SBs from your skate shops, because I think that that's typically the way that people are getting their pairs, is through raffles or something like that. Sneakers is kind of like, it's tough. But back to this, man, as far as Air Jordan 1s and regular Dunks, I believe that's why those pairs are dying off. People really don't care for Jordan 1 highs anymore. Jordan 1 lows, even, those might move the needle a little bit better in some cases. In some instances, I'm not saying all of them, but in some cases, Jordan 1 lows move the needle a little bit better. But I like where he's going.
What I think is going to happen is the more that Nike continues to put these releases out that don't do well, and it's not, I don't know if we want to correlate to their fault, but if the market's not responding to what they're putting out, the more and more there will be of those pairs. So if they continue to do this for another 6 months, and there continues to be more and more pairs that sell for under retail, where does that leave it? That leaves us with a history of all these shoes going for under retail and only a select few going for over retail, and that is going to continue to make the prices go down because the retail is higher, more shoes are available, and people are going to be buying less shoes when there's so much more available. And the big point of that, which is a point that I made before, is that resale is gone on, I don't know what the actual percentage would be. Let's just say 80% of releases maybe that were getting resellable before aren't resellable now. So you have a lot smaller margin. So when these resellers can't make $50 to $100 of each pair, they're going to stop buying them, and they're going to.
So what do you guys think that that's going to do for resale in general? Like what he's saying sounds like it's in the near future. Like it's possible. Like it could happen that if Nike just continues to see, like with the Pandas, I think that was the first example of, we're going to restock the hell out of something. We're going to keep doing it until we drive that price down. And I just wonder where it's gonna go. Like I wonder where it's gonna go. But what he's saying sounds like it's possible. It sounds like they can just keep doing this over and over again because they have a number that they really want to hit. And as long as they sell those pairs, or as long as they get them sold, and they go to the outlet, they're still making their number. They're just not gouging us. They're still making so Nike is still making money. It doesn't matter to them. They raised retail. They're still making money. So it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Let me know how you guys feel about that.
So there also is some evidence that older pairs that have released and have hit a peak are coming down now as well. Overall, if we look at shoes like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 High, those at one point were $2,000 a pop on StockX. Now they're around $1,500. Those have dropped about $500. Are those going to continue to go down? That's pretty hard to say because I don't feel like there's a ton transacting day to day. But these Jordan 4 Thunders, this is a pair that a lot of people thought would be resellable because the colorway was very popular back in the day.
Yeah.
And this has a high retail, which is a tough thing to battle when it comes to value holding. The retail was $210. Now, when these came out, they were going for about $450. Stores are selling them. That might seem crazy now, but we actually bought we bought this pair for $450. So they were going for that point. Now, once the little bit of the hype has died down, people started getting their pairs, they're back to like $240. So they've come down substantially. And I think this is a certain pair that is like that will continue to go down and not go up for at least the next year or two. Another interesting point of the market.
That's what I said in the beginning. Literally what I said in the beginning. People are holding them. People are treating those as a long-term hold, 1 to 2 years. They're, modeling it after like the Red Thunder. I think, it might be a good thing to do. I think right now we probably just don't appreciate them. We may not appreciate them, but maybe in a year or two we'll gain that appreciation. As far as the Travis Scott Jordan 1s coming down, I think once people start to see things happening, like, oh man, it's coming down, I'm losing value, I should sell. And I think people just kind of panic a little bit, where they see it kind of, one person sold it a little bit lower, then the next person sells it a little bit lower than that, and the next person, and then it's like, oh, but we don't know what that situation is. Maybe they need to get rid of some pairs, make some money real quick, something like that. So that, to me, I'm probably saying this because I own the pair. I'm literally saying this because I own the pair. I own them. They're sitting right there. You guys see them. I'm saying this because I don't want the value on these to go down crazy. Oh my God, I just did it. I don't want the value to go down crazy on these, but if it does, it does. I still love the shoe, and it doesn't matter if it's $1,000 shoe or not, but I just did it. I can't believe it.
Market that I want to point out is Nike SBs. I think this Haritos SB that came out is an anomaly of the SBs because there have been releases that have been coming out that have less stock than those,
Very
and
true.
they are going for retail now, like the Adobe Nike SBs. Like, there's a lot of SBs that have come out. That's an anomaly.
It is an anomaly. I will say that it is. Well, I don't really know if it's an anomaly, man. That example of the Adobe may not be the best example because it's not a collab with a brand that is as welcomed and loved by the community as Haritos. Haritos is like, it's a big deal, bro. It's like a big deal. So that one thing, I don't know. And it has so much more to going on with it. It has tearaway material, all that stuff. There's a story attached to it. So I don't know. I think that might be the one thing that I disagree with.
So I think a lot of SBs, there's not going to be new releases of SBs that are going to continue to hold the weight that those do. It's like there's specific shoes that are coming out that's like 2 or 3 a month that come out that are like, boom, bangers. And that's it. I mean, another point, one that was really popular, I haven't even checked these, the Tiffany Nike Air Force Ones. I got these for retail off of Sneakers, and they, at the time, were about $1,100 to $1,200. Let's see what they're at right now. So these have held. They're at $1,183. I think they've been very consistent. If you look at the graph since release, very consistent in price, and these aren't going down. It's an odd thing to think about because we went from a period of every shoe banger. Everyone had mids and they're reselling mids. Now it's here or there if something's gonna go crazy, and it's just picking what you like. For me, the olives, I knew, we all knew it was gonna bang, but the Nike SB Jordan 4s, I knew I had to have those. And I wish I'd bought more pairs because I bought them at $300. When I got them for retail, they were going for $300. And then the Haritos, I got those resale market. I probably paid like 400 bucks for them, which wasn't a bad price now. So to wrap up, is the sneaker market dying? No. Are there specific things that are gonna be more important to look after in the sneaker market? Yes. And is it a bad thing that these prices are going down? Absolutely not. It is a good thing, and it gets...
I agree with them 1,000%. Is the sneaker market dying? It's not dying because we're still on every morning copping sneakers. Every morning, man. If you guys are not on with me in the morning, make sure you guys sub up and join us in the morning. We're on every morning copping sneakers. And then now we got Yeezys to look forward to here next week, where we're getting that Yeezy Day style drop that should be coming up here. So that is another one, man. The sneaker market is not dying. But what I have been saying, and I swear, I've been saying this for probably like a year, maybe even longer than that, man. I've only been YouTubing for, it'll be 2 years coming up here, I think, on the 1st. I think it might be 2 years on the 1st. But about a year or so, I've been saying, be more selective. You don't have to go out and buy every release. And I think that people are just starting to understand that because there's so many people that have a room full of shoes, right? But you have a room full of shoes that you don't wear. Then you end up buying them and then selling them and getting what you can for them or whatever, or you just have a ton of shoes and none of them you really care about, right? So I think that people are just being more selective. I'm probably the most selective I've ever been. I'm not buying a shoe if I'm not planning on wearing it as soon as it comes in, with the exception of the Spider-Man. I just got those in, but I was told I had to see them in person. Make sure you guys check out my Spider-Man review down below. If you guys haven't taken a look at it, I'll drop the link in the description. But that's the only pair that I feel like I've copped that has just kind of been an anomaly where I'm probably not going to wear it. I'm going to hold that one. But it's okay to be selective, man. It's okay to not purchase every Jordan that drops. You don't have to spend your money in that way. You can cop the things that you really want. You can cop the things that you believe personally are bangers, not necessarily resale bangers, but that you believe are bangers as well. And I think you can have a really dope collection, even if you don't have 200 pairs of shoes. I don't have 200 pairs. I might have 40 to 50 pairs.
It's more access to people to be able to get sneaker releases, but not for the ones that they want. I think everybody's avoiding all the shoes that are going for retail and under, that aren't selling out, and they're all going for the ones that are going over, and then that inherently makes that shoe that could have been $200-300 now $500. Exactly. What do we do?
And harder to get.
Now, I don't know, because we all want Jordan 4 SBs, the price goes up. We all want Travis Olives, the price goes up. Nobody wants Panda Dunks anymore, the price goes down. So it's us as sneakerheads that are determining what happens, which it's always been. But I think a lot of people have gotten out of it for this.
It sounds brilliant, but it's so simple, bro. It sounds brilliant. Whatever we want, that price is going up. So if we acted like we didn't want it, if we acted like we didn't care about it, the price would go down. That is, it sounds freaking mind-blowing, earth-shattering, and brilliant. But when you look at it like that, bro, all the releases, right? People wanted the Tiffany's, even though people really said they hated the Tiffany's. People wanted the Tiffany's. Tiffany's went up. People wanted the big red boots that are right here. People wanted the big red boots. But then people started making fun of their big red boots. Like, oh, it's a gag shoe. You shouldn't have it. It's fake. It's, whatever. And then they went down, right? SB4s, like you said, everybody wants a pair of SB4s. They go up. Thunder 4s, people stayed away from those. They went down. It's just like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. It sounds like rocket science, but it really isn't. Shout out to Harrison for this video.
Sake of resale, which I think is good. I think because people call me a reseller. I'm not a reseller. I lose money on all the shoes I sell on my website because I try to take care of you guys. I'm not a reseller, so it doesn't affect me. I don't make my money off of reselling. I have totally different market. Shoes like this, which I'm looking at now, the quality is just so not great the way they put it together. This is straight from, if you want to buy shoes, my thing would be, I always have been in the mindset of save up for that one that you want, save up for the Travis Olive. Don't get the 4 pairs because now you're not going to be getting the resell out of them like you would before. Go for the 1 pair, save up, and get those. That's a lot of talking, a lot of information. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to keep seeing these market updates, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching.
I definitely want to keep seeing them.
Signing out.
Bro, shout out to Harrison for this video, man. I'm going to tell him in the comments, bro. I want to keep seeing these videos, man. Shout out to him for doing this video. I thought this was dope. This is really amazing content, and I hope you guys really got a lot out of it too. Listen, the way he closed it out is the way I've been saying it, you know, in general. Be more selective. You know, you don't have to be though. Like if you want to buy every shoe, man. Like buy the 2s, the 6s, the 7s, you know, the 11s, the 11 lows, buy all that stuff, man. Buy everything, the mids, everything. If that's your thing, then do it. But also just know that there's going to be that shoe that you really want that you can't get because you purchased everything. And now you have to figure out, oh man, how am I going to get that shoe? Am I going to sell off a bunch of pairs? Or you could have just held out and copped the pair that you really wanted. I think this was a really dope video, man. Thank you guys again for watching. Let me know in the comment section below how you felt about my takes. Let me know how you guys felt about his video. Again, Haritos Nevel, man, make sure you guys go to his channel, give his video a like, give his video a thumbs up and a subscribe, man. Listen, he's at almost 2 million subs, man, so make sure you guys go support him. If you guys have not already subscribed to my channel as well, make sure you guys subscribe here. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. And listen, go over to my Instagram and give me a follow on IG as well at the real HHSB Crew. We're trying to get to 1K over there. But listen, you guys have a great Sunday. I love doing these videos. Send me videos that you guys want me to react to. We'll definitely go ahead and react to those as well. But it's been fun. I'm out. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. I'm gone.